in the past you told me a story about a trip with black college students, I thought, where you knew that the restaurants in the South were segregated, but you crossed over into Illinois, I think.
That's right.
And were surprised to find a segregated restaurant, and you sort of had your protest by singing Dixie there.
That's
or something
right.
Like that. Well, tell me about that. What was that? So that wasn't connected specifically to the Payne College Conference? Or
No,
was
it's not with the Payne College Conference, but it was with the Methodist Student Movement.
Okay, well tell me
the
about that.
Methodist Student Movement was nationwide at that
Uh-huh.
time in the Methodist Church. And they had, every 4 years, they'd have a national student movement conference. And this one, I think maybe all of them, but I know this was one was in Urbana, Illinois.
Okay. So this was a National Methodist Student Movement Conference in
It
Urbana.
was during Christmas break, right?
During Christmas.
Immediately after Christmas.
Do you remember what year that would have been?
It was 46 or 47, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think 47.
Maybe 1940. Well, if it was right after Christmas, it might have just changed to 1947, January of 47
Well,
or something.
I could have changed to 48.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, you graduated in 1948, right?
Right.
Okay, so it could have been your senior year
Could have
or
been
your
my
junior
senior
year.
year.
Okay.
I think it was my junior year.
Okay.
Because I was thinking it was every 4 years, and so it would be, that opportunity only.
Uh-huh.
And from Georgia, there were 2 school buses that went.
Uh-huh.
And it was quite a trip to make that long a trip on a school bus.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were pretty uncomfortable.
Not well insulated, not
Not
very
well
warm.
insulated, and did not have heaters.
Oh, no.
But anyway, there were,
This was during the Christmas vacation, wasn't
during Christmas vacation, right?
Uh-huh.
I was trying to remember, I think there were 4 black students.
Uh-huh.
And
Now, were they students from Payne College then, or from some other, or you don't know necessarily?
I think they were from Payne College, but I don't know if they
Uh-huh.
were all from Payne College or not. They may have been from some other
Yeah.
black school. But anyway, they were on the bus with us, and we mingled with them and enjoyed each other and so forth. But like you say, we knew that they could not go in the restaurants, and so somebody would go in the restaurant and bring food out to them.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent the night somewhere in Kentucky, I think, and arrangements had been made for them to stay with, I think it was the preacher of some black church.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they had separate arrangements for the black
And y'all were
students.
staying in a motel?
In a motel.
Uh-huh.
But then the next day we went into Illinois, and we went into a restaurant and all sat down and ordered, and they came out and said that they could not serve the black students.
Mm-hmm.
And we had already placed our orders and everything, and our adults who were traveling with us tried to talk with them and let them serve the black students, and they refused. So I don't know who started it, but somebody stood up and started singing Dixie. And we all stood and sang Dixie and walked out
Uh-huh.
without having or paying for our order.
Uh-huh. So did y'all skip lunch or go get lunch somewhere else, or do you remember?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that?
But we
It's probably the only time Dixie has been sung as a protest song in the civil rights movement, for that side of the civil rights movement. But that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't remember what happened after that?
No, I'm sure we ate somewhere.
You ate somewhere, but not there.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But we didn't starve.
Yeah.
And also, that conference was an interesting thing, because it was shortly after World War II,
Uh-huh.
and there was a lot of animosity, hatred, I should say, towards the Japanese people.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some Japanese students there at the conference.
Japanese or Japanese American?
Japanese American.
Japanese American. So
but,
ethnically Japanese.
Ethnically
Yeah, uh-huh.
Japanese.
Uh-huh.
And I remember one thing we did, we always had, we would call these folk dances.
Uh-huh.
And I remember, when you change partners frequently in a folk dance,
Uh-huh.
and this young Japanese American, but ethnic Japanese came along, and I danced with him, I did the thing with him, but I felt really, really strange. It was difficult.
Uh-huh.
I didn't feel any hatred towards him or anything, but just strange.
Felt like you were dancing with the enemy, sort of?
Well,
Or
just
kind of uncomfortable?
just kind of uncomfortable.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And one thing, nowadays we see so many people of different ethnic groups and everything, but when I was growing up, everybody was, what it was,
Yeah.
Anglo-Saxon.
White Anglo-Saxon,
Uh-huh.
and mostly Protestant.
Right.
A few Catholics, but
Uh-huh.
yeah. Yeah.
And so to see anybody of a different race was really unusual.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, great. Thank you.